Hi, Mochismo Eugene. Welcome to another video from Exit Strategy. Please like, subscribe, share, and give a thumbs up to this video if you found it helpful, and pass it on if you believe someone else benefit from it. I would appreciate that. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone is safe and in good spirits. In light of this 4th of July weekend, festivities and whatnot, there has been tragedies in this area where I live yet again. Tragedies in ways that are very have a lot of similarities, and I want to talk about it. I want to talk about how narcissists are like ravaging wolves. This is what the Bible talks about. Ravaging wolves. This is he describes this as Satan's demonic spirit, how he will, if you know anything about hyenas and dogs and ravaging wolves, they will descend upon their prey and they will annihilate you in groups. If you remember the Lion King, the hyenas in the end, when they finally devoured and destroyed Scar. Although Scar is a depiction of a narcissist, I'm going to talk about how narcissist impacts now in this day and time are being viciously grouping up together to annihilate good people, decent people, wholesome people, and specifically empaths and chosen ones. This holiday weekend, there was a shooting during the fireworks. Around 9-10 p.m. there were fireworks that were proceeding to be lit off, and there's normally a big fireworks display in this city, and I can actually see it from my backyard, even though it's a couple of miles off. And I'm perfectly okay. I get the same front row seat as everyone else, because think about it, the fireworks are in the air. Of course, some of us have to be right there in the thick of things, and it's okay if that's what you do, that's what you do. But Awakened Empath, we are beginning to shy away more and more from these groupings, these outings, these get-togethers, even concerts, where you wouldn't think you'd go there and have to dodge bullets or get stampeded on for someone yelling out a bomb. This type of thing. There's a lot of chaos in the world. There's a lot of chaos within our spirits as human beings. Although some of us are able to get by ourselves and find our way. And that's a beautiful thing if you're able to do that. But a lot of times most people don't want to do that. They want to be dismissive. They want to alleviate their pains and their sufferings and their despair and depressions through other avenues, and then disguise it all in the sake of fun. I'm having fun, I'm enjoying my life. But you got to ask yourself, are you really enjoying your life consuming excess amounts of alcohol, drugs, pills, even shopping, and just always having to be at the hottest party, at the the thing that's jumping? And anyway, this guy got shot. He got shot while the fireworks were going off, and he ultimately lost his life. But what I want to point to is how ravaging wolves and narcissists today have very, very close similarities. Because we're dealing with a dark spirit. We're dealing with a demonic spirit. You're looking at people as human beings with dark spirits. They're no longer humans in the form of humanity. They are humans in form, but their behavior is nothing short of demonic and disturbed. And so when this fireworks were going off, the guy ended up getting shot from what some say was a drive-by. And in the midst of him being shot, I guess people realized he had been shot, and there was a crowd around him. And when the 911 call came in, the police ascended on the location and proceeded to go and attend to the individual that had been shot. And lo and behold, the crowd jumped on the police, or the police officers, and one got severely injured and had to be taken to the same hospital in which the guy with the gunshot. So 2 blocks down the street, as this fight ensues, it was a big fight. As this fight ensued, 2 blocks down the street, or a block down the street, another fight popped off. And if that wasn't enough, when the guy that with the gunshot wound got to the hospital, somehow or another in the hospital, the new hospital here in this city, there was another fight that broke out in the hospital. Of this same situation, these 3 fights stemmed. Now, wasn't there, I don't know the ins and the outs, but just from a standoff position, I know behavior. And you and I, empaths, chosen ones who have been through different things as a result of narcissistic abuse, and we know the behaviors, how these people rage, how they get insistently violent and over the top over something very simple, notwithstanding this situation with the gunshot. And there's pandemonium going. Do you know a narcissist doesn't have to know heads or tails of what's going on to get and jump into a chaotic matter such as a fight? This is what I mean by the ravaging wolf, ravaging dogs, hyenas, these wild dog mentalities. And you're seeing this more and more and more. If you look at social media, you have a lot of narcissists that are going live right after they've either murdered someone, their significant other, or their love interest. They have went live as they're actually about to send on a person that they are trying to delete. And so you have to come to a conclusion that social media is just yet, and it's always been an avenue for a narcissist to just to get attention. But narcissists now are getting attention on social media in some of the most disturbed ways. And they're going out with a bang, literally. They're not just, they won't unalive themselves, just rightly so. They always have to take people down with them. And the reason why they delete themselves is because they are cowards and they cannot face the justice in the music that they so richly deserve. So what I'm actually saying in this video, guys, you and I all know and have known some situations that have been like this. Truly understand that you have to continually keep your head on a swivel as you continue to live your life as best you can. You have to stay vigilant of these type of people, because they will not relent. They will continue to come at you like nobody's business. They will continue to form an onslaught until you are annihilated. And so you really have to brace yourself and be just aware ahead of time when you are approached with this aggression by these ravaging wolves, these narcissists that can't deal with themselves, and they're looking for somebody to blame for their life being as messed up as it is. You really have to be ready and willing to do whatever you have to do to preserve your life. That being said, bless.